Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good day to everyone. So PKP got extended until 28th April, unfortunately, and I'm making this video because Maisarah again, Maisarah requested for, is it Maisarah? Yeah, Maisarah requested for a video on how to start speaking English, and I'm really sorry for the delay because I have been pretty occupied with assignments and all this. So since BKP got extended until 28th April, so I'm going to create this content for you. So I have written some of the tips on how to start speaking English. First, as a student, you have to find your own interests. If you like poems, if you like short stories or songs, movies, or culture, you have to go through that. And you try to Google speech any words, any sentences, if it can recognize your voice, meaning that you pronounce the words correctly. So first you have to find your interest. Second, you try to immerse or divert yourself into the English dimension. What I really mean by the English dimension is you try to imagine yourself in the English community. You try to speak with your lecturers, try to WhatsApp them, email them using English for English speaking lecturers, and maybe you can start speaking to some of your friends who are in the English courses. And third, you have to really start speaking, meaning that you have to start to imitate the pronunciation and not the accents. You have to imitate the pronunciation, not to like kind of have the accents, no, but it's for you to practice the pronunciation and practice speaking skills. And other ways for you to start implementing all these English communities into your daily lifestyle is for you to start following IG, Instagram, English posts, subscribe English YouTube videos, and so on. Okay, I think I have already given you like 3 tips. First, you have to find your interests, whether you like to sing songs, poems, short stories, you like to read English novels, and so on. And then you start to immerse and divert yourself into the English community. And thirdly, for you to really start speaking, you don't have to be that fluent or that accurate, but at least you are trying to speak English. Okay, some of my recommendations for songs, you can try and look up lyrics, the meanings of the words that you are unfamiliar with. For me, I always go through Charlie Puth and Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift songs, because their songs mostly they have new words for me, something that are not the words are not pretty familiar with daily lifestyle, so it's kind of more bombastic and more poetic for them to use the words in certain songs, certain lyrics, and create an event or illusion so that you can feel the meanings of the lyrics of the songs. And you can also like start karaoke. When you start karaoke, you will try to imitate the pronunciation of certain words, because some of the singers, they have this pretty American accent where you can see that they kind of glide their tongue from another phonemes to another phonemes. Means that for them to start singing, they have to have this kind of like tone, intonation, so that the lyrics, the songs are catchy, or really to catch feelings. Not only songs, you can also start listening to audiobooks or podcasts. For me, I will recommend BBC podcast. There are many English podcasts. My classmate pun ada yang suka buat podcast English. So you can try to listen to stories, listen to conversations, and then you can do like MCQ questions, or maybe try to transcribe the information from whatever you have been listening to stories, to scripts. For poems, you can start recitation and watch English poems recitation and find the meanings. Okay, songs, audiobooks, and you can also start watching English movies. First, if you find it get a bit hard for you to understand whatever they're saying, you can start watching without subtitles. So, in the meantime, when you cannot understand whatever the character is saying, you can turn on the subtitles and start listening to their words, their pronunciation. And most of the time, I will prefer business settings movies and action English movies, watch with subtitles or without subtitles. But I would recommend with subtitles if you are beginner level, and if you are in the intermediate level, you can start with without the subtitles. So you can test yourself whether you have understood or not whatever the character is saying. Then you make use of the words that the new words that you have come up with, and make sentences, kind of understand the terms, the layman term or the scientific term for that particular word. Besides watching movies, you can also look up for their culture. So like, how do Australian, American and English people, how do they pronounce certain words and how do they use certain words in certain situations? So this is following to their culture. Some of the European culture, they are quite different from another. So some of them will use loo for toilet. Some of them will use restroom or bathroom. Macam English, orang daripada Britain, diorang akan guna bathroom. Kalau American, diorang guna restroom. Kalau mak saleh Australian, diorang akan guna loo. Ada yang guna restroom juga. So you try to understand the differences. Actually, most of these English accents, diorang semua can apply to our life. Boleh je sebut any words. But it's just that according to their culture. Macam kita lah, kita dialek Kelantan, dialek orang Iban macam mana apa semua. So everyone is kind of different with their own accents. But then apa-apa je bahasa, whatever language that we are using, it's better we use the formal English language lah. Okay, another one thing that I would do is I'm interested in watching stand-up comedy. So it is good for English humor. It is good for you to learn their culture, and you can relate it to Asian culture juga, because mostly the stand-up comedy macam Haris Iskandar, Kumar, they use English, Manglish or Singapore English, so you can understand the situations and also the culture and how to start, speaking without being so hectic, being thinking about your grammar and all that. But dorang ni mostly comedians, they just speak their contents, their ideas without like very particular inaccurate good grammar lah, because whatever they think about is to present their humors, their ideas in a good way. It's not that sikit-sikit tengok grammar, sikit-sikit is apa, no. It's just that as long as you are confident, you can start speaking English. So I hope you guys find this content very suitable for daily lifestyle. Sebab we can use whatever way that we are compatible with, flexible with, for us to really start speaking English. So I hope, Maisarah, you find this very useful for you, and I'm sorry for the delay. See you guys again next time. Okay, thank you for subscribing and watching my channel. Bye.